Well, guys, there she is. Would you buy this car for $500?
No, it's a piece of shit.
Hi. No.
Hello everybody, Snail here at Snail Works headquarters in sunny Clearwater, Florida. Now we have the opportunity today, honestly too good to be true opportunity, to pick up a 1988 C900 manual convertible. Now that being said, we're not big convertible people. However, it is one of those things where we could potentially pick it up for pennies on the dollar. 500 bucks, not bad. Now, when looking at purchasing a C900, something that's really problematic, especially with the northern cars, now this being a Florida car, where fingers crossed we should be good, is rust. So similar to like our 99 here, you are gonna have some rust periodically on some of these older cars. Now, being unibody, the biggest concern obviously is going to be the floor pan. Very notorious for rusting out. Now, if we play our cards right, as I said, we should be getting it for $500. And that being said, we even potentially could get it towed for free. So hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, we're gonna get there, check it out, looks good, get the title, paperwork, all that done. Now, one thing, it is having some issues. Mechanically, it does sound like it sound other than a slave or master, which that's pretty easy to fix, honestly. It does have a little bit of paint fade. So let's go ahead, jump in the car, mosey on over there. It's about an hour drive. Once we get there, kind of go over the car real quick, kind of see what we're getting into and see if we get it.
Now, it only makes sense to be picking up a C900 convertible in a convertible because, you know, Florida things.
Yeah, now mind you, we are not convertible people. However, we do have access to convertibles. It's part of the job. Now, we are actually, hate to say it, fans of convertibles, but we can't justify necessarily owning them. It's complicated. So that being said, we are going to jump on the highway, have a nice cruise with the car. It's a wonderful day out.
Beautiful.
A little bit of overcast, you know, nice 78, 79 degree weather. So we're going to get on the road.
Well, it looks like Arizona has something new. We don't really like sugary drinks, but
it's a Brooklyn original.
I guess we gotta try it.
Arizona.
That means it's fancy, right? Not actually. There it is. Okay, so here's my review of the cherry limeade. Oh, that's so weird.
It tastes horrible. It's a weird, it's a love-hate.
Oh my gosh, no, it tastes like a watered down Hawaiian punch.
Oh my god, that's it, you nailed it. It's a Hawaiian punch that's been
wow.
watered down.
This is summer camp. You've been running and playing tag all day long. You go and they poured Hawaiian punch for you, but the ice is already melted. And then you carbonate it. In Georgia? Summer camp in Georgia.
Yeah, that's a Georgia thing. Huh?
Georgia things. Yeah.
Best part about Saabs are the cup holder, but also the best part about Saab is GM owned them, so thanks. GM Plastics. Yeah. Thanks GM. So, a lot of people don't know this, but the C900 convertibles were actually pretty rare everywhere else in the world. Now, arguably, there is some data out there that actually insinuates that the United States got about 92% of the convertible production. I'm not 100% sure on that. I've seen that number actually.
We'll fact check it and insert it.
Yeah, we'll definitely fact check it. But I have seen that number posted on a few forums over the years. So, something else about the C900 too, a lot of people don't realize is they actually produced it up until 1994, and they actually did what you would call the last run or the bang for your buck for that anniversary edition.
Commemorative edition.
I'm sorry, yes, Allison corrected me. Commemorative edition in 1994, which is kind of like the Holy Grail. Everyone tries to snag those, but after 88, I mean, there's very, very small, minute amount of changes from essentially 1988.
Now, I'm sure many of you guys are fully aware of the C900 convertible that actually sold for $145,000. pretty much every Saab person knows about it. Absolutely ridiculous, super low mileage, but super cool. So the C900 convertibles, as Cody was mentioning, other places didn't get a lot of them. The United States really got majority of the convertibles, so that's what makes them more desirable for other buyers from different countries.
Arguably not worth it though. Whoever bought that's either in a museum for indefinite amount of time or some collector who has way too much money. Definitely not worth it in our opinion, but you are starting to see them actually, you know, go for, you know, let's say high teens, low 20s. The C900s as a whole are going to be collectible cars for sure, especially the SPGs, convertibles as well. So if you're fortunate enough to snag one now's the time to do it, because they're only going to get more expensive. The H series motor pretty much
Holy Grail.
Yeah, Holy Grail motors.
Holy Grail.
They pretty much ran from the more or less the C900 all the way up to 2009 in the 9.5, the last 9.5, and then for a lot of people that may or may not know this, the H series also continued over in China all the way up to 2015, 16.
The B236
yes, which is arguably another source for new parts still. But it's one of those things, the motors are great, however the transmissions are glass. So if you want to take your C900 past 300 brake horsepower, you're going to need to swap out a completely different drivetrain, transmission, all that, because even fully rebuilt, the C900 drivetrain,
not taking the power.
Yeah, the transmissions are garbage. They're glass. They literally are. So if you're fortunate enough to get one of the super rare Autobahn gear sets from Germany, that does help a little bit, but those are worse than hen's teeth at this point.
Anybody that knows us knows that we are true manual elitist jerks. We only like to drive manual transmissions. If this car was automatic, there's probably no way we would actually be buying it, because the 3-speed in the C900 is absolutely horrendous. Horrible transmission. I don't care what anybody says. As long as you maintain it, it's fine. No, it's garbage. They're constantly getting replaced, constantly failing. Horrible transmissions.
Trash. So for anyone, me being from Ohio, I have to point this out because I always think it's hilarious. So we have this brand down here called Mr. and Mrs. Crab, and they just buy up all the old Bob Evans.
Yep.
It's absolutely hilarious.
That used to be a Bob Evans.
So for all those Ohio watchers out there and Ohio fanboys, I don't know if there's such thing as an Ohio fanboy, but
oh God, no.
Bob Evans is now Mr. and Mrs. Krabs down here. Now there are still Bob Evans here, but they're all like...
But half of them are Mr. and Mrs. Krabs.
They're like new. Yeah, they're all Mr. and Mrs. Krabs now. It's another fun fact about the C900 that some people may or may not know. It is on a double wishbone suspension. So with that being said, if you've never driven one...
Handles like a dream.
Handles like a dream. It's arguably... I hate saying it, probably the best handling Saab there is for front wheel drive.
Unibody, double wishbone. So, your turning radius is gone. But...
Not night and day better in compared to like an OG 9.3 or something along those lines.
Minute away. This convertible is really out here. Beautiful out here.
Florida is definitely beautiful.
That's for sure. So here we are. We have the car. She's running, of course. $500 C900 convertible. Car's been sitting for quite a while, so she's got a bit of paint fade. You know, interior is actually in pretty nice shape. Obviously, needs to be cleaned up. But she runs, but she doesn't drive. So.
I found the air leak already, so there's the air leak. That ain't
yeah, you can hear that. Ah.
So that's bad.
Sounds great.
But other than that, motor's relatively quiet.
Yeah.
No, the rust on the body is non-existent on the frame.
Obviously, super sun faded. We have a little bit of
surface rust here.
Yep.
Underneath looks good.
But for $500,
yep.
Everybody knows that obviously the wheels alone.
Yeah, the wheels are probably worth it. Then the car has been lowered.
Yeah, which obviously is
already
makes it look way nicer.
Way nicer. Top needs to be redone.
Top's pretty rough. Sadly, this Florida sun loves to bake these cars. Definitely impressed by the interior for sure. Needs some cleaning up, but it's definitely really nice. Well, guys, there she is. Would you buy this car for $500?
No, it's a piece of shit.
Hein! Says the one that we just bought it.
Hey, this is my honest opinion. Is this car worth $500? No. Is it worth $500 if you have the mechanic ability?
Oh, that's true. That's valid.
Fix it?
Yes.
Yes.
Mechanic special.
Realistically, you got to think it's going to cost you, if you're not going to fix it yourself, somewhere between $1,200 to $2,000.
Well, she looks damn good.
To fix all of the hubbub going on with it, to at least get it running and driving. So arguably, if I were you, if you're looking to do a budget buy, I would say typically stay away from stuff that's major, repairs such as bad motors, transmissions, clutches, things like that. However, this is where it gets kind of questionable because this car is so easily serviceable for the clutch job that I would argue...
Don't even have to drop the transmission.
It's still probably worth it, but it is going to need somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 to actually be what it should be. So, waiting on the flatbed to come snag it. Arguably, if we could probably could pop out the slave and probably just drive it.
We've done sketchier things.
But don't want to destroy the glass transmission.
No. Bad. 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 Alrighty, everyone. We're back at the shop. Car was delivered here last night. So we kind of want to go over some things with you guys, go over our plans with the car now that we have it here in front of us. Obviously, these wheels are super desirable. They're super aero wheels, deep dish. Everybody loves them. 16-inch, which is awesome. Now, another plus about this car is it actually has the SPG panels on it as well. So,
SPG panels from minus the extended.
Yes, minus the extended fender. So, but yeah, I mean they're in kind of rough state, but they can definitely be restored.
We've come to a conclusion. Car needs a shit ton of work.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Which is with any $500 car, so we're not surprised on that. Now, the most important aspect is no rust. So, car has 0 rust. The car does start, so we would go ahead and give it a crank here.
Watch out. Ooh.
Tap it noise. Well, none of that really is working. So the tachometer.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
C900 problem. Those always go out.
Here, you little rough.
Warmed it up before everyone out there says, "Oh, that car's been sitting for 2 years and you didn't let it warm up before you revved it." It's been running prior to this for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Watch out. Yo.
Yes.
It's about 2 years of rainwater in the exhaust. That's okay. It's fine.
The main problem with the car to get it running and driving is the slave and master both either, well, the master's for sure bad. The slave is stuck compressed.
So it's like the clutch is always
So it's like the clutch is stuck pressed in. So you can put it in every gear. It has every gear, but it doesn't more or less.
So when you're driving, I'll, for safety, put my foot on the brake. But literally, you can shift into every single gear. It's like the clutch is engaged. So no good. You're not hitting the strip in this thing anytime soon.
No, unfortunately.
Technically, if we wanted to just get it running and driving on the road, all we would have to do is put a master and a slave in.
Obviously, she needs a fresh coat of paint, so the only proper way to do a paint job is to completely strip the car.
Oh, crunchy.
Tonneau covers all the million pieces. This is spare grill. It looks like AC pulley. Oh, no, spare grill is not really.
Not really a spare.
It's broke. It's just broke.
It's a broke grill.
So we already know that a bunch of you guys want us to actually fully restore this car back to stock, but you already know us. We can't do that. We literally cannot do that. We've always wanted to have a super fun, super nice convertible. We've kind of decided it was $500. Why not keep it? Why would we restore it and flip it? Might as well keep it. So, what are you doing over there? Watch out.
For the car phone.
The car phone plug.
Wow.
Definitely need to put that back in.
So what we've come to terms with is we are going to take the drivetrain out of this car. We're going to take the motor and transmission. We're going to actually take that, and that's going to go into our 99. And we're going to go ahead and rear-wheel drive swap this with most likely a B235R or mind you, forged pistons, obviously built, or maybe just do a B204. I'm not sure. So
Well, who would not love to have one of these rear-wheel drive?
Yep.
One of the best-looking convertibles in history, literally.
This is gonna get completely stripped down. We're not 100% sure on the color. We'll take a vote. We'll let you guys pick the color. I'm pushing for Sunset Orange from the 99.
Yeah, that's real good.
Some people are like, it doesn't look good.
A lot of people want to keep the red. I mean, the red combination with the tan top,
and if we
everybody loves it.
If we do red, we'd actually probably go with
like
the newer laser red, not the Talladega red, which some people may argue with us. I don't know, maybe even like a Porsche Guards red, which is one of my favorite colors of all time. So we'll let everyone vote. We'll pick 4 colors, or 3 colors, and we'll let everyone vote based off of whatever we get vote-wise. We will more or less paint it that color. I really want to do sunset.
That's what I'm saying.
Sunset
orange.
Tribute to the 99 as well.
So we'll take a vote on that. Now we are going to go ahead and completely strip it down. I mean, every single component is going to come off the car. I want to make, 400 wheel-ish. That's kind of the sweet spot with the weight of the car. But the best part, as I said earlier, is e-brake in the front makes for the ultimate burnout car. So I know that's not what these cars are intended for, but I mean,
who doesn't want to do burnouts in their C900 convertible?
With the top down doing a burnout.
Oh, really getting those smells.
Yeah.
So, was this worth the $500? Yes.
I mean, I would say so. Wheels alone, SPG panels, runs right there is the $500 mark. So.
I mean, as a whole.
Manual transmission.
It's definitely a $500 car, though.
Yeah, definitely a $500 car. Alrighty, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and get this video wrapped up. Now, do you guys think this car was worth $500? Was it worth more? Was it worth less? And of course, comment below what you guys would like to see. Do you guys want to see us restore this car fully back to stock, or do you guys want to see us do something crazy with it?
Make it a ripper.
Make it a ripper. What do you guys think?
We love C900s. They're phenomenal cars. Even with their problems, they are problematic in a lot of ways. They're just old, though.
As soon as you drive one, drive around the corner, put a smile on your face.
100%. I mean, just the way they're set up, I just honestly wish they were rear-wheel drive from the factory or something. They would have had so much more potential, but obviously being in Sweden, the front-wheel drive was needed. Snow, I get it. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Great winter cars. Phenomenal.
That's why they're pretty much non-existent.
Because they're all rusted to shit.
Yeah, they were used as winter beaters. So we're gonna go ahead and look what you guys say in the comments, kind of decide what you guys think, and kind of use our 2 cents. As we had mentioned before, using the drivetrain out of this and putting it in our 99 makes a lot of sense for us. As you can see with this, the paint fade, as in the video, you guys kind of saw the rest of the car as well. It's pretty bad. So what we are going to do regardless is strip the car down completely. So as Allison said, whether you guys want to see it completely restored, or if you want to see it converted to rear-wheel drive and do kind of something a little different, a little bit more unique, please let us know. Now, that being said, as always, we've got some awesome content coming your guys' way. Please stay tuned.